Well, when Gippsland resident Rob Saunders woke to the smell of smoke, he was quick to act, grabbing his wife and pets to flee their home as bushfires swept across the region. Despite the best efforts of firefighters, their home is now nothing but ash and rubble. He joins us now from Sale in Victoria alongside former CFA member Lynn Gunter in Sunday Creek in Victoria as well. Thank you both so much for your time. Rob, if I could come to you first, I do want to check in first on how you're doing after fleeing your home.
Look, we're doing a bit better now. Starting to process everything, going through obviously the insurance and everything that goes with that. What else can I say? We're just we're still finding somewhere to live at the moment. It's just working things out day by day.
It's so awful, Rob, and especially because it came up on you so quickly. I mean, for you to act as quickly as you did as well, not only to save yourself, your wife, your pets, but your neighbours as well.
Oh, I know. I had to go and so they're good people, the neighbours, and I thought I'd better wake them up. But they had plenty of time to get out, which was good. It was on our doorstep, and that was all we had. All we could get was our animals. Yeah. Looking at the house now, it's still not very nice.
No, it's such a confronting reality, isn't it, Rob? And especially because this has happened so early in the season. I mean, how did you and the community feel with this? Did you feel as though you were ready for these kinds of conditions?
I don't think I was ready for it at all. We've had 3 wet years. We haven't had too much rain the last couple of months, but we've had a couple of little downpours here and there, and we're expecting some today and tomorrow. So, honestly, I don't know where this fire came from, but it just spread so quickly.
And that's the problem, isn't it? When it comes out of nowhere and it spreads so quickly at a time you're not expecting it, you really do have to think quickly. Lynn, if I could bring you in, you've shared those same fears as Rob about what was to come for the bushfire season. Has enough been done to actually prepare communities?
I don't think so, but can I just say our heartfelt goes to those that have lost their homes. Mate, you'll get through, and there's community that are there to help. But when it comes to the fire season, I just think we've got to start preparing for the worst. And we've seen the worst in 1939 and 2009, and we lost too many lives, and Ash Wednesday as well. And if we prepare for the worst and it doesn't happen, it's a blessing. But I don't think we're still just not getting the point that historically we've got to look at what we can do to prepare ourselves. Community, it's a partnership, with the communities, with government. A lot of communities, I see that them, particularly in our area, they're cleaning up, they're doing things, but we look at those Royal Commission findings that said put some fire breaks around our communities, around areas where there is housing. You've got an overlay of Victoria that shows where all the fires have occurred historically. Let's start looking at a lot deeper than what we're looking at it now. Our emergency services are doing an amazing job. We don't ever, but we just have to think and be prepared for the absolute worst. As has just been found out, it hits you so suddenly.
Yeah.
That's why they're called wildfires. They just go in any direction and nobody knows where they're coming from. So be prepared, but thinking of you, mate, and all your family.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, though, Lynn. You have lived through these bushfires before, particularly, the Black Saturday fires in 2009.
Yeah.
Why haven't we learnt from those mistakes? Is it because the seasons come earlier this time? Is it because of, issues that we've had with funding or with resourcing for the CFA?
I think there's part of the resourcing. I think there's resourcing. There's been the cutback with the firebombing, which we is a fantastic thing. But I think we have the years where we have the rains and we come a bit complacent. People, we tend to think, oh, look, everything's going okay. What we need to do is change our thinking. We need to look at, we can't afford to have these types of fires. One house lost that's been lost is too many houses. Yeah. Look at what we can do that can minimise the risk, and the risk to wildlife. A lot of wildlife get killed. Animals, unfortunately, suffer as well. I think we've got to start looking a little bit more in depth together as community and government, not just separate entities.
Yeah. And Rob, just before we go out, we're thinking of you. This is such a difficult period. What comes next for you and your wife?
Honestly, I'd find somewhere permanent to stay. Pick up bits and pieces. We've got to basically find everything all over again. We've left with nothing.
Oh, mate, it's devastating. We're so sorry. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll stay in touch with you. Hope things improve. Thanks so much for your time as well, Lynn, this morning. Carlos.
Thank you.
Well, the fire season.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh, my God. Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.